Hi kindergarten, it's Miss Brannis again, and today we're going to be reading another fiction book. And just a reminder, fiction stories are made up, imaginary, or pretend. The author uses their imagination to create these amazing stories for us to read. And we are also reviewing on how books are shelved here in the library. Remember, we always want to look at that spine label, and we see that our spine label says E-K-E-A, and we can turn it around and see that the book was written by Ezra Jack Keats, and his first three letters are K-E-A. So we see that that matches our spine label right here. And that E, remember, is the everybody section, so that's on the short shelf, that's like the neighborhood, and it would go on the K shelf because his last name is K-E-A. So fiction books are shelved in alphabetical order according to the first three letters of the author's last name. And we're going to enjoy a fiction story today, written and illustrated by Ezra Jack Keats, called Jennie's Hat. A new hat! Jennie's favorite aunt promised to send her one as a present. Jennie waited and dreamed and waited some more. Shutting her eyes, she sighed. It'll be big and flowery, oh, so very beautiful. At last it came. She ran to her room and opened the box. Oh no, she gasped. It's such a plain hat. My dear, I really think it's quite nice, her mother said kindly. Jennie blinked back her tears and put the hat under her bed. She put on a straw basket to see what sort of hat it would make. Then she drew pictures. Achoo! She sneezed. Bless you, dear, called her mother. And what are you doing? I'm drawing a caterpillar, answered Jennie. Oh dear, said her mother. I see. Then she tried on a lampshade and a little flower pot, a TV antenna, and a shiny pan. But none of these would do. Not really. Jennie noticed that it was 3 o'clock. Time to feed the birds. She ran to the cupboard, filled a paper bag with breadcrumbs, and started for the park. The birds expected her, for every Saturday afternoon she went to the very same spot to scatter the crumbs. And the birds came. All sorts of birds, fluttering and twittering and cooing. They all knew Jennie. Some ate out of her hand, others hopped happily on her head. Soon every last crumb was gone, and away they flew. For a while, Jennie forgot about her new hat. But walking home, Jennie remembered and wished out loud. Oh, I wish my new hat were just a little fancier. The next morning, Jennie got up early and peeped out the window. What lovely hats she saw! Later, she went to church with her father, mother, and friends. All around her, hats appeared like flowers in a garden. As they left the church, Jennie saw some birds, then more and more birds. Were they following her? They fluttered down to her plain hat, carrying red and violet flowers and leaves, colored eggs, and a paper fan. They added a picture of a swan on a quiet lake and some big red and yellow roses. And two big green and orange leaves, more pictures, and some paper flowers, more real flowers, and a pink valentine. Then all the birds swooped down together, flapping and fluttering around Jennie's new hat. Suddenly, they all flew away. On Jennie's head sat the most beautiful hat. At the very top was a nest of chirping young birds. Jennie felt like chirping too, happy from head to toe. She felt like she was walking on air. People stared in wonder. Behind her flew the birds, watchful and proud. When they all reached her house, the birds, twittering and singing, picked up the nest of the little ones and flew back to their home in the park. Jennie waved goodbye. "Thank you," she called. Jennie's mother helped her wrap the wonderful hat, piled high with lovely things. Even after the flowers and leaves had dried, it would be saved and looked at and remembered for a long, long time. The end. Boys and girls, we know this is a fiction story because of how crazy that would never happen in real life. That would just be so crazy. But it's fun to think of fiction stories and see how imaginative the author can be and see what amazing things can happen in our story. Well, I hope you have a really good imagination, because you, my dears, are going to create your own hat. You have a choice. You can design a hat like Jeannie's, or you can design a baseball hat, or you can design both hats if you want. It's up to you. I want you to use your imagination. I want these to be fictional. You can make them as crazy as you want. You can always send me a picture and show me what cool creations you came up with. And I hope you enjoyed our story. I'll see you all next week. Bye.